Video games are dope. I'm not really that much of a super omega awesome gamer. I mean, that's not to say that I wouldn't sit in front of a TV for hours and not do anything productive for an entire day, but that's a hypothetical situation. Video games are games that take place on a screen that plays video. Even when writing a script, I'm still a genius. Video games originated in time, and their importance is reason. Many talented artists, animators, coders, and all-around nerds come together to sometimes create masterpieces like Minecraft and Fortnite and other things. But then there are some bad ones like Concord and the Atari port of E.T. Extraterrestrial. Why do I know that last one? I don't know. Video games have always been a pretty big part of my life, and if you ever came to my house, you would see it. Don't actually come to my house. I have a PlayStation 3, 4, and 5, like 4 Nintendo Switches, and for some reason, all of our games are physical. Goodbye, PS5 Pro. Even though I probably wouldn't have bought you anyway since you're ridiculously expensive, you don't have a disc port. Oh, how tragedies strike. As I mentioned, I have a PS3, the console of which I played the first video game that I can remember. It was ahead of its time. It was a mechanical master. It was the one, the only, the Lego Movie the video game, spelled as one word for some reason. There isn't too much to say about this. It's pretty much just your average Lego game. I was already a young Lego fan and I loved the movie, so that's really all I had going for me. But it did get me into video games just enough to want to play the masterpiece known as Lego Dimensions. It came out during the Toys to Life area where you could put a figure on a toy pad and it would come to life in the game. And I am not kidding you when I say that I thought this game was the absolute peak in human technology and innovation. It was the first game I remember truly loving with all my heart, and I thought that I would be in the grave with my Sonic the Hedgehog level pack. I remember playing it one day and thinking to myself, you know what? I love video games now. Just like out of nowhere. And then I did. So thank you, Lego Dimensions, for being a great game and also allowing me to randomly declare my love for video games. That was also one of the first things that I taught my brother, how to play Lego Dimensions. So that was a cool bonding moment. So I've really always been a PlayStation kid at heart, but the Nintendo Switch has always been a good close second. I remember the first game that I ever got on Nintendo Switch was the game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Although I sucked at the game at first because I saw Mario and then I only did a couple S smashes and I didn't know any combos, I'm fairly okay at the game now. And before you ask, I am a NES maid. Feel free to slander me in the comments. Do you guys remember Spacky from my music video? If you don't, please don't watch it. It's a very bad video. My voice cracks like 20 times. But the point is, Spacky here needs to touch some grass. He knows how to play every character in the game, and when I get DLC characters that he doesn't have, he already knows how to play them just from watching YouTube videos. Has he almost ended our friendship over Smash Bros? Yeah, but we stuck through it, and it's okay now. But seriously, dude, go touch some grass or something. Breathe some fresh air, jeez. I remember when Super Mario Odyssey came out, you know, the game that no one can spell. And I wanted it so bad. It was the only thing that I would talk about. To the point where I would be telling my friends how it's breaking all these records and it's the #1 game in the world. You know, which it wasn't. But the game that I spent the most time waiting for, the game that will go down in history as my #1 most waited for game, is Super Mario 3D World. Since it came out on Wii, I couldn't play it. But I wanted that game so bad, like way more than I wanted Mario Odyssey. I was watching entire 100% playthroughs just to get a glimpse of what the game would be like. But I vividly remember waking up and watching the new Nintendo Direct and seeing that there would be a Mario 3D World port on Nintendo Switch, and it felt like Christmas morning. Since I am primarily a console user, I don't really have access to mods, but you know, I do like watching videos about them. I'll watch pretty much any modded game. You know, maybe except for some Marvel Rivals ones. If you know, you know. Want a break from the ads? I don't, because I love ads, which is why this video is sponsored. The games that I play now are really just Marvel Rivals and the Insomniac Spider-Man trilogy, with a little bit of Astro Bot sprinkled in between, because I love the game, it's beautiful, I don't care, sue me. Unless I actually get sued, you know, then I don't care. Please don't sue me. I don't know what I did, but you know, don't. Please. That I sit behind a screen and draw cartoons. I have a purpose to fulfill. I'm very particular with my games. Like, I can play the same game that I already beat for hours, but I'm not gonna give new games a try. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That doesn't mean it's in perfect condition. But I have started to improve with this. For example, recently I downloaded Rocket League on my PS5. I haven't played it yet, but you know, at least it's downloaded, you know, baby steps. But in the end, video games are important to me. unless one day they're just not. And if you don't like video games, that's okay. I mean, I would think you're a freak if you don't, but you're allowed to stand by your opinion, even though it's a bad one. I couldn't imagine my life without video games. Actually, I probably could, and it would probably be really similar to the one that I have now. But this one's better. I definitely have more thoughts about video games, so comment if you want a part 2, or just comment what your favorite game is. Or, don't, I can't control you, I'm not the boss of you. And if you still don't like video games, I will be at your house in 5 days, 14 hours, 23 minutes, and 3.25 seconds. Be ready. Or you don't have to comment at all. Still, I'm not the boss of you. Anyway, bye. Hey, it's me, Ketchup Sandwich, yeah. I would have made this sooner, but the video I was working on before corrupted twice, so I just gave up and decided to work on this one instead. We recently hit 100 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to remember that peanuts are used to make dynamite, and I'm gonna play some video games. Yeah!